Welcome back, Lion family, to Live with the Lions. I'm Meg Rojas, the Director of Basketball Operations, and we're here today with our freshman class as their debut to introduce them to all of our fans. I'm going to let them introduce themselves just to keep this moving, and we're going to start with our international student, Mary.
Hi, guys. I'm Mary. I'm from Spain. I'm a forward, and right now I'm in Madrid, Spain, which is the capital, but I'll be flying in 10 days to New York, so that's exciting. And a fun fact about me, I'm not really much of that fun, but I'd say I can speak 3 languages apart from Spanish. So I can speak English, French, and German.
Mary, you're kind of fun. I feel like I've known you via Zoom a couple months, and you're pretty fun.
Yeah, I'd say it's my Spanish personality sometimes. I love a good party. Yeah.
Okay, Eden, what do you got?
Hi, I'm Eden Gaynor. I'm from Wheeling, West Virginia, and I'm a guard. I'm currently living in West Virginia, but the last semester I've been living with Paige in Westchester, PA. A fun fact about me is I was born in Iowa.
Hi, I'm Paige. I am a big from Philadelphia. I'm currently in Philadelphia right now, and a fun fact about me is that I was born in South Africa, and I used to live in London.
Hi, I'm Nicole. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I'm a guard. My fun fact is I can juggle.
I feel like we've actually heard you say that before on something. Is this a recent talent?
No, hidden talent though.
Hidden talent. What's the craziest thing you've juggled?
Nothing too fancy. I've done some tiny bouncy balls once. That's pretty hard to do.
Okay, so no sticks on fire. You're not juggling in your backyard in Columbus. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is sort of our way of introducing you guys to the Lion family. So I just kind of want to go through and talk about why you chose the best school possible to go to. We all know the recruiting process is long and hard, and we had a lot of time with you guys prior to your commitment, and we're obviously really excited that you guys are joining our family and already part of it. So let's start with Paige. Tell me a little bit why you chose New York City.
When I started the recruiting process, I actually did not want to be in the city. I don't know, I didn't think the city was for me, but the more I visited Columbia 4 times before I committed, and I just loved the energy of the city. There was just a million opportunities to do anything you wanted. And the networking in New York City is amazing. So that's kind of why I chose New York City.
Mary, so you haven't been yet. What is the most experience to New York you've had? Is it movies? Is it Google? Is it Instagram?
I feel like it's TV shows. I actually didn't really watch many American shows before recruiting, but once I chose Columbia, I went all in and watched Gossip Girl and Friends. So I got all of the New York and Columbia vibe from there. But Columbia's always been a pretty big university here in Spain. They talk a lot about it, and I've always heard great things about it. So I always knew how good a university it was.
Love that. Does anyone else watch those shows?
I watched Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl. Friends, Nicole? For basketball now, obviously, we're up and coming in the Ivy. We crushed last season. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go to the Ivy League tournament. But Eden and Nicole, can you tell me a little bit about why you chose Columbia from a basketball perspective? We can start with Eden.
Yeah, so when I visited, it was just so obvious that the whole team and the coaches were all so passionate about winning, and they wanted a championship. And after I committed and watched them that season, it was so obvious and evident that that was truly what they wanted. And I think they would have gone a lot further if it wasn't for the pandemic.
Hot take. Love it. Nicole?
For me, I've always been on championship teams. High school, we've always had a great team, AAU program. So that's something I knew going into college I wanted to be a part of. And just seeing how they wanted to turn things around, and they were all bought into it, from the coaches all the way down to the players to the athletic trainers. It was pretty obvious where to go.
Paige, can you tell everyone the Coach G relationship with your high
Yes.
school?
So Coach G and I actually went to the same high school. She played for the same coaches I played for, and after my freshman or sophomore year, I think it was my sophomore year, like when I knew I wanted to play in college, my coaches put me in contact with Coach G, and they're like, I think this would be a great fit. Like she's family, and I don't know, I just fell in love with the program, the people. So Coach G and I kind of had that special bond from the beginning.
To Nicole and Eden, what was the most fun or the coolest thing that happened on your official visit?
I think for me, just like hang out with the team, honestly, because they're all so close, and you can just feel that family like environment like just around you, and just like going to restaurants with them and just hanging out with them, I think was just the best part, was just being around them.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same thing. And, my hostess was pretty cool. I think I had the best hostess and the best group, which were the freshmen, now sophomores. But it was really cool just hanging out with them outside of basketball and knowing that how their personalities were besides being on the court.
On the court, Nicole, what is your skill set that you're going to be able to bring to our team next season?
I think the skill set that I bring is knowing the defense and where the defense is going to be before the play happens. So watching a lot of film and breaking down stuff, I think I'm able to see the court a lot better than some guards.
Okay, Eden, what do you plan to bring to our team next season?
So I take like a lot of pride in my shot. Like I work on that the most, and I know that Riley was one of our best shooters, and I know she's graduating, so hopefully I can bring back more of that aspect in Columbia's game.
So workouts this spring, fall have obviously been very different. Everyone has been in their respective places in the world. Eden and Mary, can you talk us through how we gave you guys workouts and what that looked like for you this past fall, starting with Mary?
Yeah, so we're pretty lucky. All the coaching staff was pretty involved. We had a bunch of workouts from Coach Herhol and Tim Builder. So every day we got a lot of workouts. And then also we had a lot of our coaches. So for me, because I'm a forward, I'm a big Coach Ross, gave us a lot of individual workouts to work on. So depending in, for example, me, that I need to work on my footwork and stuff like that, I got a lot of exercises relating to that and some ball handling. So I felt like I could improve a lot on things that I didn't focus on a couple years ago. So yeah, that was pretty good that you could focus more attentively on those things.
Yeah, so for me and Nicole, we're guards. So Coach G gave us our workouts and like the other guards, and they're pretty individualized. Like I requested ball handling, like a lot more ball handling. So she gave me a lot of that. And on top of it, they would assign us with partners with a big. So like I would be partners with Paige or Mary, and we would have to do some type of challenge and add our scores in together and just compete with the other pairs in our team. And then also every week we had a green light challenge. So they would give us one or two just shooting challenges to keep us motivated throughout that semester.
Paige, what was it like working out with Eden, who's a different position, this past fall?
Yeah, it was different because she's obviously a guard and I'm a big, but I think that helped because we do drills together, and like I would do more guard work sometimes, and then we would play one-on-one a lot. And like I usually don't go against a guard like Eden, so it was like I had to learn to defend differently and get to the rim differently. So I think it was really good for us. I think we both benefited from being together this past semester.
Even better question, what was it like living with Eden? Did you guys get to know each other really well and do anything fun?
It was good. No, we definitely got along. She really helped me like stay on a schedule with school and stuff. We were cooking a lot in the beginning, and then cooking kind of took a back seat. So we had more important things to do. But we went to Philly a couple times, found a couple good sushi restaurants. So we had fun together. So it was good.
Okay, I'm glad you brought up school because that's going to be our next topic. Let's start with you, Nicole. Obviously, school was very different this past fall for a lot of people. But how did you manage your basketball workouts and being in Zoom due to the pandemic?
Yeah, for me, I put together like a calendar and wrote out what I had to do each day. I feel like that helped me keep on track and stay on top of things. But for me, workouts were usually in the mornings before classes, and then after classes, I would get a little extra work in as well.
Mary, time difference. Talk to me about that. What is your day like?
Yeah, that was a big problem at the beginning. I didn't really know how to schedule my day, but I made it work. So I would have, I'd actually have my mornings free here in Spain. So I'd usually either hang out with people, all safety precaution, obviously, but just either did some work or things like that. And then I would start class at 3 p.m. And finish them at 8. So all that time would be class, and then after that, I would go straight to a workout. So I go from 8 to 11. I would have a workout, and yeah, I mean the time difference has been really hard because I've had to go to like bed at 2 a.m. Some days because of meetings or like just classes. So it was hard, but I mean I got through it.
Yeah, sometimes I was pretty sure you might have dozed off a little bit in one of our one of our meetings, but you were always there on time. So,
Yeah.
Okay, Eden and Paige, what was the most rewarding thing getting through this season or this past semester? Because things were very difficult and tough. I don't want to downplay that. After you guys finished school, what were you most proud of? We can start with you, Eden.
I just think like we were like one of the only schools that like didn't have us on campus, weren't practicing, and I think the fact that we were able to get through it and we were able to do well in school, keep getting better with like workouts and stuff, and I feel like we honestly got close as a team, like the once we were still enrolled, because we would always just be meeting together. We would have partner drills together. So I feel like in the end, it was pretty beneficial, even though we obviously weren't together and we weren't practicing or anything.
Yeah, I think like in the beginning, I was like, wow, like I felt like I was really in over my head, like learning a whole new basketball system and like all this school stuff like remotely. And I think we really relied on each other. And I think finishing it, it was like really rewarding because we developed a lot of like independence, kind of doing everything on our own. But I think it just like showed like how the strength of like our program and the coaches and the players, how like we're all really like dedicated and like bought into this like really hard time. But I think we all really succeeded and came away with a lot of benefits.
Nicole, I'm going to ask you a study question, but it's going to be about film. So it's a good one for you. Tell everyone about our playbook, our virtual playbook, and like what that meant to you to get that and have all of our plays laid out, drawn up in every way that you can sort of learn that. I know you spent a lot of time on that.
Yeah, as a point guard, I think obviously, point guards need to know all the plays, but also every position. So in the summer, before we were supposed to be on campus, I have like a little coaching clipboard, because I was coaching prior, so I had a clipboard. So I would draw up the plays and stuff and just start memorizing it and kind of visualizing it with the defense. But obviously we weren't on campus, so it's kind of what I focused on during the summer with the workouts, was also studying the playbook. So when I come in, I know everything and all the positions as well.
All right, let's talk team before we wrap up. Who on the team this past semester helped you guys on the court, off the court, organizationally, and showed like leadership to you guys as the newcomers on the team? We can start with Eden and then Mary, Paige, and Nick.
So the person that helped me the most was definitely Carly. We're both doing the pre-med track, so she's been super helpful if I had questions, if I didn't know which class to take, which professors she liked. She's just been super helpful in guiding me through this semester.
Yeah, for me at the beginning, Callan was super helpful, especially with the glossary, because me being Spanish, the basketball English words didn't come easy. But yeah, Callan was super helpful, always willing to talk and just share knowledge, experience, tips. And then when it was like class time, Sienna and Lil really helped me with that because they both did chemistry and some calc. So they were super open to always helping me with some doubts I had, or just get on a call and talk about things. So yeah, both of them.
For me, probably Callan, like Mary said, she helped me a lot with different classes and possible like major ideas. So she was really helpful, but I've had conversations with pretty much everyone on the team just about different things. So everyone's been really helpful and they made the transition for us really easy.
Yeah, for me, I feel like Katie has helped me a lot, and Riley, mostly with kind of figuring out what I want to go down major-wise and just staying on track with my academics. And for basketball, I'd have to say Markham. I was always able to go to her if I didn't know like what the drill was or how to do it. She was always helpful.
Do you guys have a group chat, like aside from the one that we have with you? I get it.
Yeah.
Is it much more fun than ours?
Yes.
Yes.
That's fair. I want that for you guys. I hope you do. All right, I'm going to throw this to Paige, and I'm putting you on the spot. Paige, can you help me wrap up and give a little spiel to our Line family about what they can expect and what you guys are going to bring and how excited you guys are?
Yeah, I think we're a really close-knit class so far. I think we have a lot of energy, especially when we're together. So I think we'll bring like a lot of fun and lightheartedness to the team, and we're just really excited to help make Columbia a championship program. So we're really going to buy into the vision, and we're really excited.
Great. Love it. Great job, Paige. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming on episode 3 of Live with the Lions. And we will be sharing this on all platforms, specifically YouTube. So please share it with your family and friends. Line family, as always, thank you for tuning in, and roar, Lion, roar.